Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope this finds you well. Let's start with our day of feet with the ankles. So let's talk about our topic for today, which is something that for sure many of you have no clue, as I had no clue, from this part of the plants that is called coping or also calyptra. So what is coping? For sure, when we think about the roots of the plant, we see this structure of roots, but we have to see something much more deeper and closer to see the last part of a root. So that's why we will go deeper, like making a zoom into the tip of the root, and in every tip of the root we will find this. So this would be like the root itself, and here each root has something different, which is called coping or calyptra. Why this part of the roots are called like this? Because this is a name used to a hat. It was kind of a hat that was used in Greece called calyptra. It was something that covered the hair. And also the kufiya in Arab language was describing this kind of veil that was covering the hair of people. So throughout history, many people in different times, they used different kinds of calyptra and kofia and cupping. The most known that we have in our recent history of this cupping would be the Puritans, the ones that went to the Americas, with this white cupping on the head, mostly women. But also today we have people like Jewish people, some Arab people, Muslim, that still use the cupping, the calyptra. Doctors, nurses, that they use this when they work in hospitals. Yeah, and in botanics, they start to call cupping or calyptra to this part of the roots, because if you turn the image like this, it looks like a head with a little cupping calyptra on the head. The calyptra here, the cupping, is kind of the structure that protects the tip of the root, and it's kind of a sensitive head that looks for the humidity, the nutrients, and it's searching for those minerals, for those things, opening the path, like opening different paths through the soil, so it could find where is the water, where are minerals. So it's kind of like this head that is opening space for the roots to grow. So this head here is like made up with many cells, very heavy and big cells, that are opening the path. And when they move through the soil, the cells are being pushed because of the strength of the land. So the cell starts to be grabbed towards the back. So they move forward and they start to create the root itself. So the cells that are on the tip are the ones that, when they are produced, they start to create the whole root. So the reason why this goes down and opening the path on the ground is because from the root, from the marrow of the root, comes all these nutrients that creates cells that are being expanded here in the calyptra, in the coping. And those cells has something very interesting, which is that inside of them has many organs, and one of them is very heavy, and it's called statolites or statolites. I don't know how to say in English. These are so heavy that they are pushing the root down because of gravity. So they are looking down into the cracks of the ground of the earth. So they are falling down, looking how to go deeper and deeper because the weight is pushing the roots down. That heavy is the one that helps the root to find the nutrient, to find the water on the ground. So the interesting thing about this is that we usually think that the roots are just going down looking for the water and looking for the minerals because somehow they know where to find them on the ground. But it's not actually like that. Actually, what is happening is that the reason why a tree makes the roots down into the ground is because of gravity, because of the weight of this statolith, or statolith, is because of the weight coping the calyptra has that makes everything goes down and the roots starts to fall down to the ground until they start to find the minerals and the water. And the interesting thing is that it's the same plant that creates its own weight in order to go down and to find what is inside. So it's important to understand this from the plants in order to get something that is related to us, that is related to ourselves as an individual, as a living being. Because in our psychology, we used to believe that every being is designed to look for a destiny. Like the tree is expanding itself in order to find with the roots the water, this oasis, this paradise. So we call that oasis, the water, like the destiny. And we kind of think that the destiny is the place where we are heading to, when in reality, we are not heading to the destiny. Actually, what is happening is that we find that place because of the weight, because of the heaviness that we have in our own self. It's because of the gravity that we find the destiny. It's not because we think it's in front. So this will change a little bit our perception. So let's go to understand this. So now let's understand this. We divide our perception of reality coming from an origin and going towards destiny. And we kind of drew this line from one origin, from one spot, going to a destiny. And the reason why we do this is because we were designed as animals throughout a line, which is the horizon. So we have here the sun, sunrise, so we can move in this line forward or backwards. So in our conception of space, we find that origin is the place where we come from, and destiny is the place where we are heading to. But this is just a human perception by moving through a horizon. So now let's understand what we really call destiny. Destiny comes from the word de and stinare, which is another way of saying stare in Latin. So destinare comes from the word de, that means to apart to go away from. That's de, and stare, which means to stay in one place. So de stare, destinare, means to leave or go beyond a place. So when we understand the concept of destiny, we can understand that it's not what is in front of us waiting for us, but destiny is this point here, because it's talking about the place from we start our path. So basically, destiny doesn't mean where we go. Destiny is actually and literally meaning go away from here. What is what the ancient people used to call destiny? Destiny was called the moment in which, when I realized that in my origin, I have nothing else to do. That when I have nothing more here, I am in the need of moving forward, of leaving this place in order to find a one. So destiny would be the concept of leaving this place to find something different. We have to leave. So the origin is the one that pushes us to start a destiny towards something that is put in front. How would you say in Latin to put something in front or ahead? Proposito. Proposite, which is purpose. So the actual word to define the real destiny is proposite, okay, which is purpose, something that is ahead, in front. But to reach the purpose, the only way in order to do this is through destiny, which is to go away from the place that I am. Can you get these logics? I hope. So from the human point of view, we see the purpose in front. So we look for a place in front, ahead, to change or to do something. Throughout our life, since the moment we are born, we have many purposes. There is no only one purpose that is amazing and we have to figure out which is our purpose in life. No, anything that we find ahead is a purpose. Anything that we propose to ourselves is a purpose. So since the moment we are born, every year and even every day, we are finding a new purpose. For example, I propose myself to learn how to read. I propose myself to know how to play an instrument. I propose myself to clean my room. I propose myself to cook. I propose myself whatever. So anything that I find ahead in front of me, it's a proposal. It's something that is put in front. So I can find thousands of purposes in my life every day. And the one thing that moves me towards those purposes is the destiny, which is to leave the first stage in order to find the next one. That's destiny. So here is when we understand this different concept. In our life, we have made a romantic idea of what destiny is. So we say that destiny is something that happens and oh, this is destiny. It was meant to be. So we put the destiny as a goal in the future, something that we have to reach, and destiny should happen. But actually, that's not destiny. Destiny was the thing that was pushing me forward in order to find my purpose. So actually, destiny is the past pushing me ahead. Okay? Now the thing is this. We have seen the pattern as an individual, a human, looking something in the horizon. So we were a person looking for a treasure, something in the horizon. But what happened when a human stopped looking outside and it starts to look for something within? Suddenly, it is this way. So a person, as a human, can consider this one its origin and this other one the purpose. Or it can also consider the origin here and the purpose here. If a human is doing the outer path, so it will reach for stuff in the outer place. It will move forward. It will try to find things in the horizon. But if a person is looking within, so it will find the purpose in a different position, inside, in the same spot. So sometimes different groups of people follow someone that tells this is the purpose and this is our origin. So we have to move forward, to change and go this side. But eventually we find other group of people that are following the opposite, that they find this the origin and this as the purpose. These people would say, no, we have to go that way. And these other ones would say, oh, that's the way. So for example, today we have people that says we came from nature and we are going to technology, to a very technology society. And some people, they say, we are in the technology and we have to go back to nature, okay? And also, besides that, we have the people that start to, that stop looking for the things outside and they start to look for the things within. And in this path, we also will find people that say, we come from the skies to live on earth, and some people that says we live on earth to go up to the skies. None of them are mistaken. All of them are simply looking for different paths. I will go slowly, so pay attention. The people that lives in a space through a horizon like this, they use as destiny the tool of time, because they interpret their origin as the past and the purpose as the future. So this means actually that a person that is living towards the outside will build its destiny according to the past, thinking that it has to go away from the past in order to build future. So now the people that is living from the inside, they will live their lives through the inner time, their own time inside. They follow the line of time. So their reality is the time, which means that its destiny will be ruled by space. This means from the subtle till the density. So now we have here the cross that is space and time, like this, okay? So every living being lives between both lines. So we live in space and we live in time. So it's both the same, of course. But this line of space is moved by the I, myself, me, which is the personality, the ego. So in this line, the people is living through the outside, looking for things outside, okay? But some people find the am. The people that find the am realize that they are not looking for the outside, they are looking within. And when they start to look within, they can understand dimensions, which means that they can go through time. They can understand the different timelines. They can feel everything that they are, they were, they will be. This is why the people that starts to live from the am can understand the everything through time, and the people that live from the I, they just perceive this reality of space moving towards the outside. But even though both live in the same, so we are everyone living in all of them. It's just about a matter of perception. So now pay attention to this. The people that is living here in the personality, which is the line and the reality of space, they are moved through the destiny controlled by time. Destiny controlled by time, meaning that the people that is living through the ego, they live their lives going from the past towards the future, trying to aim the future and leaving behind a past. But even though they are all the time pushed and grabbed by the past. Okay? So now pay attention to this. The people that is living from within, they are moving through the line of time. Time is their reality. They are trying to live their reality through different lines of time, through the self. So that means that the destiny will use the tool of space. The destiny of the line of time will be the tool of space that takes us from the subtle to the density, or from density to the subtle, which is something that we all do when we start this spiritual path, trying to leave behind the low frequency and going to the high frequency and so on. Those are aspects of space. Okay? So now the force that moves the past in different times and the vibration in different densities is what we call gravity. So gravity is the force that moves time and space and hold both of them together as one, creating one tiny little being, which is ourselves. So unifying time and space in a being. Gravity is something that humans prefer to call love. So here we can understand that gravity is the force that allows us to move from one time or space to another. So basically, gravity is the force that allows us to exist. Without gravity, we cannot exist, because gravity is the force that moves time and space one to another. So if there is no gravity, there's no time, no space, neither us. We don't exist because we are the result of this movement of the two forces. is the weight that we create that moves us. Is the weight that we create what moves us. And that weight is what we call experience. And that experience, it's put all together through time and space, is what we call integration. As much experience we have, much more integration, so much weight. When we as much weight we have, much faster is the destiny. So it is due to the weight of our experiences that we go faster to the purpose. And this is why the still beings from the higher dimensions, they are looking to be born in the density of our planets. This is why the force of the past is building up our future. And this is why the destiny, which is carrying all the weight of the past, is what moves us to the future. And that's why our destiny depends on all the things that we keep inside our unconscious. The unconscious is the registry of all the experiences of our own and everybody's. That's why our destiny is already written. So our destiny is written because all the experiences that we had, the ones that define the weight of the destiny, all the things that we got in the past, pushing us forward to the future. Our future will be determined according to the weight of the past. This is why it's so important to recognize from where we come from, to know where we are going to. All of this from Kalitra, from a COPING. Sometimes the most simple things can take us to the most deeper parts of the reality, like the roots. The vibration today is Zuo. The statement today is, I am vibration of space. Today we begin with the last 12 codes of the days, which are the nodes that we will activate. The code for today is the node of Brazil, which is the island of Fernando de Noronha, related to the constellation of Sagittarius, the portal of Sagittarius. Let's go to the alignment. Today we have only 12 days to finish our path of the I Am. So we will go through the 12 nodes. Sit comfortable, close your eyes, and concentrate in your breathings. I take a deep breath, becoming aware of my physical body. I bring my attention to my feet and legs, and using my imagination, I turn them into roots that expand throughout the earth and go deep inside of it. I start to feel the trunk coming from the roots through the hip, waist, back, and chest. And I expand the branches through the arms, hands, neck, and head. I observe, coming from my senses, all the leaves, flowers, and fruits, expanding from the sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. I recognize myself. I am the tree of life. I bring my attention to the tip of my toes, to the calytra of my tree. And I recognize that through them, at every step, I trace the path towards my purpose, walking the ways of my destiny. I recognize that inside of me, in every cell, relies the energy, the power that goes straight to my feet, pushing them towards the purpose. And I feel how within me relies the destiny. Everything that I am moving to, it is within. Every experience that I had in my life, every experience that I had in my past lives, every experience that my ancestors in the whole family tree have done, are the registry that lives within me, creating who I am. manifesting my destiny. I honor all of them, all the history, all the past, everything that they have done constitutes my destiny here and now, the one from where I am starting my path to the future. I recognize that the power of my destiny relies inside of all my unconscious. And if I let myself fall by this gravity, all this path and destiny will condition my future. But if I turn this gravity into love, I can rule the power of this destiny to use it in my own will towards the future that I aim. The weight of my history is my tool to build my future. And I build it, being the construction of this space, the vibration of this space, here and now. I breathe, recognizing that I am here and now. I am the vibration of space. I am the vibration of space. I am the vibration of space. I feel, I feel, I feel. And take a deep breath, and each one at its own time, come back here and now. Thank you everybody for being here another day. And as always, see you tomorrow at the same time. Finish the emotional week of Cancer.